focusing on the plight of working women and poor women, third world women, is because these are the masses of women. As a member of the Communist Party, as a Marxist, I see working people as being the agents of revolution, and I see black working people, Chicano working people, Puerto Rican working people as being in the vanguard of that revolution. Sometimes, when I talk about the question of the working class, I've confronted situations where, black people, and most of them are non-working people, say, what's all that worker talk about? I don't want to hear anything about workers. I want to hear about black people. But 94% of black people are working people. And when you talk about the working class and the exploitation of the working class, you have to realize that black people are the first targets, the first victims, the worst victims of anything that a white worker is going to undergo. And that has always been the case throughout our history. The problem is that a lot of white workers don't understand that racism has historically been the most effective weapon, not only in order to ensure the super exploitation of black workers and workers of color, but in order to facilitate the exploitation of white workers. Because racism turns the head of the white worker towards the black worker as being his enemy, and he forgets that there's somebody up there in those corporation suites who has his foot on their heads and who's oppressing them. They forget about that. And when they forget about that, there's no way in the world they're going to talk about ameliorating their conditions at all. And that's why I think that in general, when you talk about struggles of working people in this country, it has to be recognized that the fight against racism is the central priority, and no white worker can ever attain any kind of consciousness of his condition unless he understands or she understands the need to participate in the fight against racism.